Hello everyone. Welcome to a new live stream for the crypto market. Hello, nice to see all of you guys. I wish you have a nice weekend. And let's see who we have today. Toby, hello, nice to see you. Hungo, the latest trends. Joe, nice to see you. Solitarios, how you doing, my friend? Min Hu Yen Pham, the most hardest nickname. Uh, welcome, guys. Uh, KPSA, hello. Dermot, hi. Tommy, Sinner, activated. Nice to see all of you guys. So we'll see, of course, what's going on in the crypto market today. We have, of course, our list, our main list. We're gonna see Bitcoin, the dominance, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, Injective Render, and FET virtuals. Of course, the AI coins, which are, of course, rallying since yesterday. We're gonna see Tau, but we're gonna see what happened today, yeah, because the things I mentioned on Discord, be careful from such spikes, okay? So it might be simply fake, and we move down directly. Everything go fast, high, and it goes down again fast. So be careful. We have SPX. Those are from the latest stream, the highest performer. Yeah, and also to be watched as well. That's why you see it again there, because we need to see what happened to it. Yeah, so we're gonna see all of this today. Also, some special requests from Discord, and we'll see, of course, your special requests as well. Starting by Toby, asking for a long time no live stream. Yes, I mean it's just 1 week. 1 week it has passed because I was not, of course, in my office here. So I had a short trip, and here we are. We're back. With and FET and Tau. All of them are there except with. So we're gonna take with. And Hungo asking, can you please have at ICP? Well, yeah. I mean, so those I know that they are moving higher, but I mentioned also on Discord, be careful from it, because those charts, three coins, you have to be careful from it in the crypto market, guys. Despite that they move high, is ICP dot and curve, yeah, curve as well. All right, so we're gonna see what's happened with Curve, but yeah, those were delisted anyway on our channel, but we're gonna see it anyway. We're gonna see it with the live stream. That's why we recheck always in the live stream. If the things goes bad, go good again, then we might bring it back. So for Joe asking, hello, dear friend in crypto world, I have a request for a coin named Sapien. Okay, we can check this one. Right. And could you take a look um, at it? Fairly new. Thanks. Okay. If it is very new, then yes. I mean, it's you have to be careful with it, of course. You know me. I mean, it's a very fresh chart, no data so much, but we're gonna take a look anyway. Hello, Solitarius. How you doing, buddy? And I hope that you're having a happy Sunday as well. Saturday, sorry. Thanks for the live stream. Can you do Tron? Yes, we can do Tron. Interesting, which is TRX, right? TRX. Um, and KPSA ZEC. I think we already have this one. Yes, it is already there. We have Bank as well for Dermot. Welcome, Dermot. Jasmy MT is already there for Discord. Tommy, nice to see you. MT, by the way. Tommy, can you look at Dash? Yes, we can take a look at Dash. I updated Dash and Monero, which is very interesting, by the way, to see also XMR. I'm gonna put it there. This one is a very interesting one. It's not affected with the bear market and still looking for higher here. So it's interesting to put it. Of course, I updated this on X and Instagram. So don't forget also to follow, guys. You can see, of course, Instagram in the videos link. I'm not sure if it is in the link of the stream, but I'm gonna update it. But yeah, we have Instagram yet right now, also with X. Yeah, so these are going to be also active. We're gonna update there, like some simple coins sometimes, not the ones that are updated on YouTube mostly. And you can see some setups there, of course. So make sure to follow, guys. Activated. Hello, buddy. Um, Senner asking for Aster, CZ's coin. Okay, I mean Aster, right? Okay, we're gonna see this one. Um, I don't know what is CZ's coin. You mean CZ's from Binance? I think so. The guy from Binance. Right. So, Millipack, Phil, and Dash. Dash is already there. Phil, I know that the list is getting longer, but don't forget that if we come to a point that I'm done, tired, we're gonna do this tomorrow as well. Okay, we're gonna fill it. I'm gonna keep it as for tomorrow. So I'm gonna take all the requests here, and we can do it tomorrow. Yama, hello, buddy. Kusana, KSM. I think Yama, I think you are the new member from Discord. I don't forget names. So I think you are the one from our Discord, right? If you confirm it, please. Nice to see you, buddy. Sinner, hello everyone. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you, Sinner, for reminding. And thank you guys for your support. Don't forget, of course, to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Of course, you're very welcome. And let's start with our analysis. Let's start with Bitcoin. We're not gonna dive deep because we have a deep analysis already made today. And of course, I'm gonna just check a little bit on the micro level, right? So basically, okay, great, Yama, nice to see you, buddy, here as well. So for Bitcoin, we are looking at two scenarios, right? So on the micro level here, two scenarios which reflect the higher scenario, the macro one. Yeah, so between bullish and bearish, of course. So we have a zigzag, the first scenario, one-to-one fib level, ABC, to be done and finished at one-to-one fib level, 95k 600, then getting a reaction toward the upside. If this happens, and very likely to happen because you are in a 1, 2, 3, obviously this is a wave 4 unfolding, something corrective. We know this because of the three waves. So if a triangle is unfolding, meaning wave 5 might unfold towards the one-to-one fib level, 95k in both case scenarios, by the way. And that means we're still looking for low. Yeah, that's for sure somehow. Now, what is not yet sure is if we're gonna break the one-to-one fib level, shifting to the next possibility, which is 1.618 for a wave 3. So is it the wave C here, or is it the wave 3? How a wave 3 is going to unfold, of course, it's going to be an extended wave 5. Now, when it extends to 1.618, it even can create another 4545, transforming this to a wave 3 after double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Meaning this can be, guys, can be, of course, the bear market that we talk about it in a wave C for an expanding flat. Of course, after this, you might still get even a wave 4 and a 5 because we need to dive very, very deep for a wave 2 here, where we are, of course, in a potential bearish market ABC, right? As an expanding flat, A, B, and a C. So key level to be watched and to be the last key between bullish and bearish is the 95, let's say 96k. Yeah. If broken, then we dive very simply in a bear market towards the 70k and starting a bull run from there. Currently, what to watch is, of course, the one-to-one fib level at 95k 600 because we're gonna get this in both case scenarios, right? Whether we move up for one more wave 5, meaning we're still bullish here, we're still looking at kind of like a big ending diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we drop down with a new bear market. Now, of course, with the new bear market, you are in a wave 1 here, meaning a bear market, yeah, it's gonna go for longer time again. Yeah, so 1 year, 2 years, maybe, nobody knows. But yeah, so this is what we are expecting right now for Bitcoin. Yeah, so these are the possibilities. Of course, we have the ultimate bullish scenario, of course, for some moon boys that they will love it. If we take, of course, the confirmation for bear market here, which it might be, of course, invalidation of this one too. Okay. I apologize for the Moon Boys, but there is no 200K from there anymore. Meaning, if we take this price there, this low, invalidation of 1212, after, of course, a bigger 12, because this is the only possibility that you have for a Moon Boy scenario, right? 200K. And if this is invalidated, then okay, that is nothing yet, of course. Of course, we might move higher, but it will be only the ending diagonal. By taking the one-to-one fib level, it will be only the ending diagonal wave 5. And then we drop down again. Okay, so this is regarding Bitcoin, guys. This is a reality. Okay, I mean, I have like the very high possibility what we talk about it in the as Moon Boys, right? 200K. We have the scenario, but we are very very close to invalidated. And of course, I mean, at the end, it's a Moon Boy scenario, so it's very rare to happen, right? So 98K 450, we can forget about it right now. All right, once taken, but yet still there. All right, so that was for Bitcoin in general. If you are interested also in much more deeper analysis with the macro level, you can go and find the deep analysis video uploaded today. It's a very detailed one, and of course, starting from the all-time history for Bitcoin, explaining every single cycle. All right, for Bitcoin, we're done here. Let's just go to the Bitcoin dominance to see what happened. So basically, for the Bitcoin dominance, I was looking for this range to unfold here, right? This is a very long time ago. It's still there since a very long time ago. Now we got the range with a spike, which is, of course, the wick on every coin from the crypto market right now. And we got, of course, the blue level, which it was expected here, plus the timing, right? Now, currently, with this move downward, I'm still expecting, of course, to continue toward the downside at the end because we started impulsively here. I'm still looking after, especially if after this move here, I'm still looking to move downward for Bitcoin dominance. Now, the question mark would be if we move downward with the Bitcoin dominance, would it be bullish for the altcoins or not? This is the same question that you ask right now, I'm pretty sure. Well, guys, nobody knows this because somehow, sometimes it works in both case scenarios. So Bitcoin dominance can move down and everything can simply crash with it regarding Bitcoin or altcoins. And sometimes it just works as Bitcoin dominance is moving down, meaning, of course, it's a favor for the altcoins to move up. So this has nothing to do whether if the altcoins move up or down. This has to do to say or to tell us who is stronger. Is it the altcoins or Bitcoin? Very simply. Okay. Now, if Bitcoin dominance moves down and we see the altcoins in green and Bitcoin in green, that is a good signal. That is a good signal, and it might be, of course, something like bullish for the altcoins. It has to be contrarily. It has to work in the opposite side, like the price of Bitcoin moving higher while the Bitcoin dominance moving down, and that means, of course, very bullish for the altcoins. This is where you make sure, okay, yeah, we are kind of like in a kind of like a good path for bullish here for the alts. But yeah, so far we cannot say that this is happening right now. But I believe that this might play as kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what's gonna be the reaction, the real reaction of the price? Well, it's for that time, guys. Exactly that time. What happens? We have to watch, observe, and then analyze, and etc. Okay, but this what you are looking for: downward, Bitcoin move up, altcoins move up. That means altcoins has advantage definitely. Yeah, so this is the thing. All right, so that it regarding Bitcoin dominance. I'm looking for lower. I'm still looking for lower, definitely after an impulse, and definitely this is something very corrective, and we drop down. Okay, definitely. All right, so that it regarding Bitcoin dominance. Let's move to Ethereum to see Ethereum what is doing. For Ethereum, guys, we have. I mean, Ethereum. It is still in a bullish setup, right? So, and it is a question mark. If Ethereum is already in a bullish setup, which is 1212 here, and we're still looking for this area anyway, which it has some space, right, to move down and satisfy the market with the red and with the bearish, and then moving for higher, right? So, by all means, I don't see even a bearish scenario on Ethereum. So, I don't see this low, honestly, to be taken, which is the confirmation of bear market. Despite the red and despite the correction here and everything, the complexity, and I love it that it is complex, by the way, because that is a very, how to say, more confident signal that we are very corrective here, despite the red, and especially that you have three waves directly after the top. So this is your top here, this is your all-time high, and you got simply three waves after it. After having three waves in a zigzag, directly you go directly corrective, right? Unless this becomes a wave one as diagonal. Now, when you start to think, okay, leading diagonal probably as a zigzag unfolding here, well, wave three already longer so much than wave one. And that also eliminate the possibility of leading diagonal motive wave toward the downside, which make it simply corrective, complex, messy, chaos, right? This is exactly what correction is. Again, if we separate this part here, you will see a very, very clear impulsive waves, right, toward the upside, which is defining the direction. After this, you see simply overlapping, right? And this is a very, very good signal, of course, that yes, we are corrective here. And we might, of course, dive for lower, maybe. I don't care. I still have a lot of gap here, right? To finish this complex structure. So three ways down, I believe wave X given and wave Y. If we are in WX and a Y, we're done here. Almost. One more low. Why? Because wave Y is an A, B, and a C. The wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more low for wave 5 is going to end the structure there for a wave Y, of course, in case we are in a zigzag. Now, of course, if the market want to bluff us, yeah, so I was zu verarschen, I was saying in German, but if you want to bluff us, it can, of course, go in diagonal, which is your wave C. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 therefore, right? So, but for this anyway, if you are in diagonal, and it might be, by the way, because you have zigzag, correction, zigzag, correction, probably one more zigzag, and moving up, hitting the blue box, hitting the 0.618, perfect fib level for a wave 2, and moving very, very impulsively. So I would say it's very, very interesting that Ethereum is showing still a bullish setup with a very clear corrective wave and just looking for the signal when we move for higher. Now, this brings me, of course, the question to my mind again, the same as you have in your mind. If Ethereum is gonna move up, definitely all the alts have to move up with it. Well, definitely it's gonna be influenced, yes, but I believe that not all of them. And if you remember, during this move up, many altcoins did not show reactions, yeah, including Render and FET, if you remember, and basically the AI coins mostly. But who followed was, for example, Sui. We saw also XRP, BNB. We saw Solana. all of them were following, right? So you have to be always selective, I would say, with your coins, guys. Right? Depends on the chart setup, depends on the technical setup that we have. Many coins right now can, yes, have a potential of reversal, right? Which are our highest performance and to be watched. And we're gonna see again today. We're gonna have a new list here to be watched. Now, Ethereum is still there to be watched, so still very good, I would say. So that's it for Ethereum, guys. I'm still looking probably here for one more low, and yeah, we have to watch this. I think I think that even we are on the daily here. Yes. So let's just see the time. I think it's ready, guys. I think it is ready for that final low. So why? Because the wave two here, as per time and structure, it is done. Unless, of course, it wants to move in diagonals, though, just to annoy us a little bit, and then moving down one more leg. Yeah, and then I believe from there something has to push very high. It is time. It is time, guys. So I believe next week or Monday, very interesting to be watched for Ethereum. Okay. Yep. So we'll see, guys. Let's see Solana if it's gonna do the same or follow with Ethereum. Well, Solana is a little bit different. So, yeah, with Solana is having something like, yeah, it has a scenario. It has a scenario. This is what I'm saying. Like there is a scenario for it, but still can be because we invalidate, of course, the double 1 2 here. As you can see, we took the low. So one bullish scenario was out of the pocket, right, during the last week. So lefting us or leaving us with 1 2 3 4 5 leading diagonal here as a wave one. And if this is a wave two, the same as Ethereum is doing, and obviously this is kind of like very corrective because again, if you separate the chart, despite that it is not impulsive, but it looks like very motive, right, toward the upside. Now this part is also kind of like, yeah, very choppy and overlapping, and it can be, of course, like several 1 2s, like 1 2 1 2, and then what, wave three. It's hard to say as well. Yeah, it's hard to say, but it can be very easily A, B, and a C here with one more low. It is the same as Ethereum somehow 1 2 3 4 and a 5. And guess what? With this wave 5, we might reach the blue box and the time. Now, in case we have here a 1 2 3 4 5, it will be an end up for a structure. What I believe maybe the wave 4 might, of course, go a little bit longer in time, but maybe not. Maybe it will just hit directly over there 1 2 3 4 5, 0.38 fib time, and then boom, toward the upside. So, highest possibility for me here is still an ABC, guys. Okay. It can be a 1 2 3 4 and a 5. I mean, even with this there, it can be like 1 2 3 4 and a 5. So, uh, because of course here you didn't took the high, so you can have 1 2 3 4 5 as, of course, several scenario. But what is the difference is WX and a Y. WX and a Y. The wave Y can be finished over there, and always be careful from the WX and a Y. Oh my god, it's so tricky. Why? Because if we always look after a 5 wave structure, which is for beginner a little bit Elliott wave, they mostly look always for 5 waves. So if you have 1 2 3 4 and a 5, right? But sometimes what happened, it turns into a WX and a Y. Your wave Y is only 3 waves in a zigzag, extended wave C, and then again, bluffing everyone and moving up. Therefore, always have a plan there, always have a strategy for it. Meaning, Once you see a wave Y finished, the risk is still, of course, higher than being in a finished for 5. But based on that risk, you can have a manageable entry. And by all means, if you make a small entry, at least, for example, and it moves for higher, you don't miss it, at least. But if it moves down later, you are very manageable. And when you see a reaction again, you can make your entry full where it should be, right? So this is kind of like how I think when I want to trade this. Yeah, so as risk management and of course as strategy of an entry. Of course, no financial advice. It's just a concept. Yeah, so that's what I mean with it. So I believe Solana as well to be watched this week. So we're gonna add Solana. Um, let's see, Mina. Hello. So if Bitcoin dominance comes down and Bitcoin and alts go up, then bull market or short-term bullish. Um, yeah, I mean, both are towards the upside. You mean here? That's good. That's a good thing. Now, is it a bull market or a short rally? If that's what you mean, well, it depends on the structure. It depends on the structure. It depends on, for example, Ethereum. Ethereum is looking for potentially a massive wave 3, right? So it can be 1 2 1 2 wave 3. Do you call this bull run or rally? Well, it's hard to say. Yeah, at the end it's a new all-time high, and always when we have new all-time high, I call it bullish, simply bullish scenario, yeah, or bull run. And it can be a bull run, yeah, because it's a double 1 2 setup. But you don't know. I mean, you don't know because why? It might turn the things that it wants to make it as 1 2 3 4 and a 5, simply taking the high and then going down. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin dominance continues up or down, right? So therefore, again, it depends on the structure. It depends on the price action. It depends. No one, guys, no one on the whole YouTube, of course, many YouTubers do it, but not me. Yeah, I cannot say, oh yes, we're moving to the moon. Okay, I never do this. It's just the market is not something that it can be predicted that to be exactly there. Okay, the market can be changeable based on you guys. Okay, on your psychology, on your trading, on everything. There is a lot of factors that it affect the price in every single second. Okay, so there is nothing very sure that you move towards the upside even in a wave 3, but the probability is very high. Yes. Okay, so but maybe I don't know. The market is gonna move just until here, then move down again. Then you finish 5 ways up. Doesn't matter, right? So this is the thing. Um, all right. Malex HP. What about Bitensor? Yes, it is on the list. We're gonna watch Bitensor. Mina again, BTC confusing, is very bullish and BTC bearish. Yes, again, never, of course, never look at this anymore, guys. Never take it just like, oh, Ethereum should be the same as Bitcoin, or all the crypto market should be the same as Bitcoin. Why? I don't know from where this concept came from. I mean, okay, when the crypto market started like this, everything was influenced by Bitcoin, but it's not like that anymore. The crypto market is changing too, and you have to change your mindset. So it's about charts. Of course, there is always influence, and this is totally different. There is always influence. What you're looking at right now is the influence of Bitcoin on Ethereum. But I mean, here we go. Ethereum, can you say we don't see lower prices at the same time while Bitcoin moving down? It is. But the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is the setup. Bitcoin is in a 1-2 or zigzag, which are impulsive, while Ethereum is in three waves. And this is a huge difference, guys. And can they decouple? Can Ethereum goes higher, Bitcoin goes down? Yes, of course, it can happen. Many of you disagree with this, and many comments I get. Oh, how you think like that? Bitcoin is moving down. It is. It is what it is. It is a setup. It is exactly. You cannot. Okay, I mean, take it like this. Why then just trading Bitcoin? Simply, why going and buying something else, right? If Bitcoin is the only motivator there and everything. So why all the altcoins exist? That is also different. For example, Bitcoin is moving down. What about this one? What about XMR, Monero? What about Tau? Yeah, where is Tau? What about Tau moving higher while Bitcoin moving down? So it's because of the setup, of course. It's because of the chart structure. It cannot move down. It's not allowed to move down. And that's why we saw higher prices. And the blue box again, and we might move up. So we're gonna see it, of course, for Tau again. All right. So for Sui, let's take a look at Sui. Sui, we have. Here you go. All right. So Sui, of course, yeah, is not Ethereum, for example, right? Is not Solana. Is showing a lot of weakness, a lot of drop downs, right? And again, this is a huge difference. Ada Mars, I don't know much English, but I want to join YouTube membership. What would you like to tell me? Uh, Click the join button. I mean, you can simply, bro, go to the join button. It's next to the title of the channel, and you can find, of course, the membership there. And you find, of course, the two ways you can use the membership on YouTube. Please make sure to send me an email. The email is also in the info of the channel, or you can go directly through Patreon. And Patreon maybe is easier because we get directly connection, and I can send you the invitation for our community. And you're very welcome, buddy. And don't worry about the English. Everything today is about AI more than languages. So AI can handle everything. All right, so let's start with Sui here. Sui is kind of like, yeah, very, very red, but we're still looking here at something, of course, very corrective on the daily. I'm going to start a little bit from the daily for Sui. Yesterday, we made only the micro level. So what we're looking on the daily for Sui is very, very clear chart, honestly. It's not that complicated, okay? So obviously, after this drop for Sui, it is very clear for us that we're moving in a wave B, all right? So it's very clear for us we are in three waves, zigzag for a wave A. We have a potential here, finished ABC, that we need to finish it, of course, in a wave B, meaning three ways up, three ways down, and then moving toward the upside for a wave C. Now, what is very, very likely to happen is to not take even the one-to-one fib level, meaning simply taking this low. By taking this low, I believe the things will push very hard toward the upside. Even I think by not taking the low, but this low, meaning one more low there, we might push very high toward the upside. Why? Because, of course, that's why you saw also the last video. Is the bottom near? Yes, it is near, guys. Okay. Finally, KG told us there is a bottom near, right? It has been how many weeks? How many days? Bearish, 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 red, 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 right? How many days? And you got sick of it. And obviously, I see it from the channel, and that's why I took my trip. I'm sorry, guys. I also need to breathe in a bear market because it's very, very exhausting. Yeah, and very complex, mostly. Yeah, very complex as well. So this is the thing. That's why I went in a trip for a few days. But basically, we're very close for, of course, a bottom here. Uh, empty. Hey Damaj, I want to see the chart. Elliott is important. This episode you said you will listen to with translation after this broadcast is over. Thanks for your explanation. Greetings from Turkey. All right, you're very welcome, Adam, and glad to have you here. I think you can have already translation on if you turn it on, buddy. So yeah, that is a translation with YouTube, and I think it can do this. I'm not sure in the live, but I think it can. I think so. All right. So for Sui guys, I'm still looking for honestly one more low, and that because of course the structure as well. 1, 2, potentially 3, 4, and a 5 can be, or is gonna of course kick us, and of course finish a WX and a Y. Meaning this can be a W here. You might have the X, or let's say W. You might have an X here, and you have a Y here as ABC zigzag. You see the zigzag there, A, B, and a C. I know, very complex. Okay, it's a very complex structure. And of course, here we're talking about ABC finished, and you have three ways down. Yeah. So by all means, it can be all of it as W, X, and a Y, meaning finishing here, even ABC, just like that. It can be. Yeah. Don't forget also that it can finish that diagonal as a wave A, B, and a C. The wave C here is your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning the wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which is one more low. Therefore, yes, bear with me. One more low, guys, right? And we might be there. We might be very close, of course, to move for higher. Just hold on, and the things is gonna be very close. I believe the next week. Yeah, the next week is gonna be interesting. No more pessimism, pessimism videos. Probably, hopefully, guys. But yes, I believe that we are very close. Okay, so this is what I think. So A, B, and a C very likely to happen here, of course, for a wave 2 in a big WX and a Y. A, B, and a C. All right. Now internally, if we move inside it, now we were looking at this after the triangle, right? A, B, C, D, and a E, very clear triangle, and we drop down. 1, 2, 3. Currently, your wave 4 is very, very close to the invalidation without taking it. That was yesterday, 2.2. And that's why in the last analysis, this was there to be watched. Now, we didn't took it yet, and we dropped down. This was after, of course, the pump and the reversal. So we don't have triangle. We don't have yet a diagonal. We have simply a longer wave for ABC. Now, can be not finished? Well, yes, definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave C. And if we take this invalidation, this is a signal. This is a signal that we might not have a new low. So we gotta be careful. If this happens, don't forget on the daily, because I mentioned we might move and jump for higher in A, B, C, D, and A. The wave D might come back to where we were before this massive drop. We might come back to the 3.7, then having a wave E, and then explosion toward the upside. Why? In a bigger view, you might have three waves up: A, B, C, D, E in triangle, and wave C, new all-time high, bullish scenario, bull run. Right? So this is what I think. So on the micro level, let's watch, of course, a new low that it might happen there. Okay? So we're gonna watch this SUI for one more low. I'm gonna put here to be watch for bullish after one more low. Yes. All right. So you don't understand it that it's gonna be bullish in 1 hour from now. Um, but Bitcoin, BTC week, and high and hype narratives like AI coin pumping is, I think, signs of bear market. Money rotating into altcoins for short-term play. Yes, that's very fundamental, buddy. I respect it if you think so. That's very fundamental. I never think so much like this, honestly, but I respect how you think. Um, but I simply analyze chart, bro. Okay, this is what I do. I'm a technical guy. Sorry, I'm very mathematic, very technical, and I don't believe in just words, and news, blah blah blah. So I'm kind of like I want to see the things. I want to touch it. All right, this is what I think. All right. For injective at 51 minute, injective. Oh, wow. All right. So yesterday I made for injective, of course, this analysis, and I mentioned, of course, that it is moving really impulsively toward the upside, but we have to be careful because everything goes fast. It goes also down fast, right? What I see here, we gotta be careful with it. Why? Because also you can count here one, two, three, four, and a five. It can be, of course, after a leading diagonal wave one, wave A, B, and a C, and that we drop down. Now, what I was expecting is, of course, a wave four to be inside this blue box, which is already taken, and even higher than this. Now, did we got a finished structure here for injective? Well, yes, we got already a finished impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, it is understandable to rebound here. And you didn't get yet after this wave forward, despite this very strong spike here, you didn't get the invalidation of bearish yet, which is a 1, 2, and this is your wave 3 here. And then you have a wave 4 and a wave 5 that it might still be unfolding, which means, yes, very likely one more low, not just to take the blue box, but probably the most common target, which is 5.43. And this might ends up, of course, it's not necessarily here to finish the full bearish impulse, which is double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, because of course you have a 1, 2 here, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3. You have 4 and a 5, and then 4 and a 5. Yeah. But the thing is that what we have to add here, actually, it is a W, X, and a Y, which is, of course, might be a potential W, X, and a wave Y here, A, B, and a C in a very short wave C. Can be very likely. So we're going to put it there, W, X, and a Y, because why? We want to be always precautious and alert if the things move higher, right? This is what we want to have. Because if you finish a wave Y over there, definitely we're going to get a bounce, which it might be, of course, probably your wave 3, because the wave Y here can be a wave 3, and then you're looking for a wave 4, sorry, in the blue. Now, the things, if you had a entry here, which, again, risk management, right, based on the wave Y and not a wave 5, that means if you get 3 waves, and you see weakness in the top at the 1-to-1 fib level, then you want to get out with profit, right? Because we might shift for a wave 5. Now you get out with profit, and then the market do a wave 2, and then move up. Okay. Yeah, I know, guys. It's not easy. All right. Then, of course, it's at the end you went out with profit, right? At this place. If you move down again and you see a strength again to move for higher with a confirmation, right? Then you enter again from where you exited. But you have to accept this, right? You have to accept also yeah, that to be much more manageable as risk and less greedy, right? So this is the thing. Mind fuel. Um, yes, we already took this. KG, what's the best? What's the biggest amount you made in trading crypto since you started, and biggest loss? That's a nice question. Well, I don't really have a biggest amount. I would say, how do I trade right now? I'm not trading, by the way, because of many issues with the platform that I was trading with it. I don't know. I think you heard about it. Was Maxi, right? So I was afraid of it, so I retweet everything, and I mentioned that I'm not doing copy trade anymore right now. And of course, the second reason is that it is a bear market. Okay, so it is a bear market, and I don't want um, to be in a risk right now because the bearish is somehow very complex. Okay, but to answer your question, it is based on a daily trading. Okay, and I don't like to talk so much in numbers. All right, so just for privacy. But it's based on daily trading. Of course, I had losses, and the biggest was before Elliott Wave, before performing professionally Elliott Wave. For the, I can tell you number like 1% per day, 2%. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I might get higher. Sometimes I do nothing. Sometimes I lose 1% per day. But this is how it works. Mostly, you have always, when you perform good Elliott Wave, you have 70% to 80% to be much more to the profitable side rather than the loss side per day. But of course, you're gonna face some losses. Don't think that you're not gonna face the difference with Elliott Wave. It gives you a higher percentage for winning, percentage for winning rather than losing. But sometimes, of course, the market is can be very, how to say, uh, tricky because it depends also what strategy you use. So, for example, I will be honest with you. Yesterday, for example, I went out, as I told you, from the market, but I saw, of course, that I still have a small amount somehow in the platform, and I just use it just for fun, yeah. And I used the most, I would say, it's a strategy, but it is kind of like risky, for example. But because I was like, okay, it's a small amount, I don't care, and I just put the trade there. Okay, I made some profit, and then directly it took all the profit away, for example. But that was not risk management from my side because I didn't care. Yeah, so this is the thing. But yeah, so the things should be of course always, how to say, like much more manageable as risk. And if you're talking about real trading here and not just having fun as I did yesterday, but I mean, just you need to make sure that you follow your discipline rules. Yeah, so you should have some disciplines. It's not even just have Elliott Wave, guys. It's not being professional in Elliott Wave is the only, as I mentioned. Look, yesterday, for example, is an example. That's why I'm mentioning it. You have to be disciplined. Okay, you have to be disciplined. It's not just about Elliott Wave. Okay, so yeah, discipline is the most important. Of course, Elliott Wave is technically telling you when, why, where to enter, how much also. And then you identify your risk. But being disciplined is a thing. By all means, for example, if your strategy is very, very short, like scalping, because I do scalping, for example. For example, when you enter a scalping and you see, okay, 5 ways up, 3 ways down, we move higher, right? If you want to enter here, well, the first discipline that you have to in your trading here is not entering directly because you missed it. All right, you missed it. So you have to wait somehow to see the reaction over there and see what's gonna be. If you retrace downward, yeah, then you take it from there. But if you enter here, you might move down. Okay, so you might lose it. Otherwise, if you enter directly, you have to put your stop loss and you have to accept the loss. Okay, so discipline. Yeah. Um, Plus, when let's say you entered here, right? Let's say you entered here and you move for higher, right? Um, Also, very very important. I mean, as per my experience as scalping, always have a percentage of profit. It doesn't matter what's gonna happen after it. Simply have a percentage for your entry as a profit. I don't care I don't care if it goes to the moon later on. I took the 10% of my portfolio because this is what I do normally. Not necessarily your portfolio, but I mean it's kind of like a good number. Let's say you enter a good number here, and then okay, I put 10%. Your 10% here is is really good if you are using leverage, of course, right? Is more than enough to make one trade per day, guys, and just be with it. But you gotta be very disciplined with it. It's very risky and it's only for professional. I don't recommend it, of course, for beginners. But this is a very, very good strategy if you are knowing what you do and how you do it. And of course, it is more than enough to have one trade per day if you want. Do this one per day at 30 days per month. You do it for living then. Believe me, it works. So, yeah, this is the thing. No financial advice again. It's just concepts here, inspiration. But, guys, always risk management and, of course, no financial advice. Hello, Primi Berdi. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. MT, how did you come up with a 5.4 on injective? It's one-to-one fib level. I know what you mean. One second. Here we go. It is the ABC here. This one. If we are in A, B, and a C. One second. Let me check. Yes, it is the A, B, and a C here. This one as W, X, and a Y because it's also potential W, X, and a Y, but it can be also A, B, C, meaning A, B, and a C, and your wave C is kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. One-to-one fib level. So, yeah, this is how it is taken from this structure. And of course, I'm taking it from this, not this first, because of course, first you want to test where this structure ends up, right? And we'll see, of course. But probably we might get a wave 5, guys. All right. Primi Berdi, hello, nice to see you as well. And some troubles in my personal life and being out. Yes, I hope that all your personal problem gets solved, buddy. We are in the same place. Also, we all have, of course, the same things, and we're a human being. So of course we also, and that's why, of course, you see me sometimes, guys. I disappear a little bit because yeah, we all need to breathe. We all need some time for ourselves, and very important to seek for your peace always and peace of mind. So stay health mentally, psychology, everything. So especially for trading, you cannot trade and being in troubles in your life, honestly. This is what I learned from my own pocket as well. Be careful. Robert Muller, you do the same, buddy. Yeah, you suck too. Thank you for your respect. Every time bearish and everything. That's why you were quiet for a few weeks. You don't know what you were yapping there. Yeah, go yap somewhere else, buddy. Thank you for your respect. And you're out. Here we go. And yep, so this is where is harassment? Here we go. You got it, buddy. Ah, all right. So, guys, Yeah, sorry guys, but I get many type of people like this with the comments as well, especially when the market is bearish and they hate it to talk about it. And yeah, they think that I should be just a moon boy here. And yes, I already mentioned that I was disappearing because it is a bear market. Yeah, of course I'm gonna disappear from such comments like yours, buddy, because you're ugly. All right, so um, let's see the next one. FET at 1 hour 6 minute. All right. Um, he doesn't analyze even. He doesn't analyze, buddy. If he wants to show us his analysis, he doesn't analyze. He just think like a moon boy, buddy. Um, and yeah, I don't know what the hell. They think that the market should always push up, up. All right, guys. For FET, of course, this move towards the upside, this spike yesterday, of course, was kind of like expected and not expected. I was expecting it after one more low. This was the video, right? But the market always want to trick us, right? So we move simply towards the upside. And why I was expecting one more low? Because at least to finish here, kind of like an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But obviously, it doesn't want to. It has finished in three ways, which is very, very, very creepy price. But okay, if that is the case, it might be here three ways up, three ways down, and you got an expanding flat. I know that the wave C is very overshooted, but don't forget that you did not get, of course, yet to the invalidation of bearish. Yeah, so if we are here in a very big 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, it can be finished, yeah, a wave A. It can be an expanding flat wave B, and we might get another structure there that it might move down. Now, why I'm pretty sure that we're not done to move down here, sorry for saying it, but yeah, this is the reality. The problem is that you didn't finish a good structure in an impulse because you cannot finish a drop down or a move up, meaning getting a bottom or a high. You can never do this with a three waves. Okay, so with the three waves, it's not possible, guys. All right, and that means, of course, when you are corrective here, that means we're dropping down. And that's why yesterday, also in Discord, I was mentioning, guys, be careful because, yes, I know it's a very massive spike, but this is what it wants the market from you to enter there because you will enter there. I hope many of you didn't, but I believe that many of you did, unfortunately. But yeah, so it's too late always to enter, of course, after such a spike, and also after knowing that this is corrective and it might continue towards the downside. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a finished impulse. Wave 3 is longer than wave 1. Primi Berdi, yes, of course, I'm familiar with this moon boy. Yes, um, it's yeah, he focused on the extended wave 5 to the moon always, and that is not a healthy one, honestly. We have it, of course, we have it, which is the ultimate bullish scenario. But I never focus on this like a moon boy, of course. It's that is always you have to consider priorities, okay, priorities as well in your scenarios. You need to invalidate, then think about the next one. Invalidate, think about the next one. This is how it works. Not the opposite. Not think about the last one before invalidating the most possible one or the closest one that it might unfold, because they might change a lot. They might change a lot before coming to the last possible scenario. And this is a difference between being moon boy and being very technical and very disciplined, guys. Uh, because if you just want to focus on one scenario, which is the highest, just for greed, oh, I'm so greedy, I'm gonna focus on the highest price, right? That's insane. This is suiciding. All right. So this is what I'm looking for. FET, FET. I'm still, of course, looking for lower, guys. This is corrective ABC there, and it might this spike separate, of course, two structure here, where we might be looking at W, X, and even a wave Y, or it can be even this is your wave A, B, and a wave C. So I'm still looking for one more low again for FET. Yes, unfortunately, but it can be something different. It can, of course, show something else. The price action is very well needed here to be seen what's gonna happen. But basically, what I see right now from this price action on the 15-minute chart, well, you got already five ways down. One, two, three, four, five. You have an impulse, so you gotta be very careful. Okay, of course it can be an ABC and moving for higher. Yes, it is a possibility, but it can be very likely also one, two, three, four, and a five toward the downside again. All right, so we gotta be very careful with it. Sinners, you are doing a great job and you deserve much more respect. Thank you, buddy. You're all respect was your word. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, buddy. And I love you all, guys. I love you all. Thank you, guys. But yeah, I mean, of course, some people we cannot expect everyone to be perfect, right? So some people, and of course, when you are in YouTube as influence, you have to, of course, be ready for such a situation where people are very rude or disrespectful. I got used to it somehow. Yeah, I watch him as well, and he was bullish, very optimistic. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true. He wants to get XRP at $8, and he can get. Yeah, I saw it just once, buddy. Was Bitcoin, and I couldn't continue this. You know me, because yeah, this is not healthy, of course, guys. Of course, there are many other channels, much more realistic, yeah, even with Elliott Wave. I don't like to name it. I don't like to make advertising for anyone, but yeah. So even except me, there are some other channels much more better than this, of course. All right. So virtuals. For virtuals, we have the following. So virtuals is also defying or decoupling from Bitcoin, for example. We cannot say no. Bitcoin is moving down from after this week, while virtuals is moving up after this week. So basically, where we have a one, two, three, four, and we're still looking for a potential wave five. Maybe yes, wave four is not finished yet. I think so, and that because, of course, of the A, B, and a C here expanding flat can be unfolding or finish. Sorry, expanding flat A, B, C as an expanding flat, and you're unfolding a wave C towards the downside. And why? Because this is very obvious that it is an impulse. One, two, three, four, and a five, A, B, and a C, and you drop down. Even you can consider one, two, three, four, and a five. Your wave A can still be the same scenario anyway. And you have a zigzag wave B, and you drop down. All right. So both case scenario, you're still looking for a potential wave C and a wave four here. All right. We have nothing impulsive, and that because, of course, if you move inside it on the 1 hour chart, if this is your impulse one, two, three, wave 4 interfered with zone 1, meaning turning this into a corrective. Um, yep. Yep. So these are the things. Mind Fuel. He was bearish weeks ago, and look now where we are. So it proves he was right. Thank you, buddy. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I of course when I sense the bear market, I directly claim it, but I make sure also to make it a probability. But yeah, I made it a high probability there. But because it was clear for us, because guys, the tools that I use it is kind of different that many other use it, and the concept and I don't know, guys. I didn't saw yet this on YouTube. I'm not talking about myself to make myself, ooh, I'm so good. But the thing is that no one's still using the tools or the mindset or the concept that I use with the Elliott wave as well. And I'm very disciplined with it. This is the difference as well. Very disciplined. It means like I just make it, yeah, like mathematical. Like it. If not this, then is this. If not this target, then this target. Once you take this target, then okay, we unfold something new, right? So uh, I make connection between the scenarios. This is the thing, and this is how it should be. Many other channels are good. They make a lot of scenarios, very complicated sometimes scenarios, which it might be true, but who cares about complicated scenarios that it might not happen even 1%, you know? So this is the thing, and yeah, that is the difference. Because what the aim here is not just like, okay, I would love to give education and to provide something educative, which it is already, but also I would like to see exactly what it would happen with your analysis if you really use it in the right way, right? So you want to see it. Um, yep. Thank you so much for the TAs, KG. Sincerely appreciate your help to you boys like me. You're very welcome, Nuna, and always glad to do this for you guys. I'm always happy to do it, and it makes me stronger. Honestly, it makes me very stronger in Elliott Wave. Honestly, I was never stronger than now in Elliott Wave. So yep, it's a very good thing. I'm very glad always to do it. It's a win-win situation. All right. So for Tau is a very good one, same as virtual. So why Tau? Also defying Bitcoin. I mean, this is where Bitcoin dropped down, and this is where Tau moved up for a new high. Why? Because the chart is not allowing this on the daily. The chart itself is not allowing to drop down more than this. So you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First thing, your direction of the market is up, meaning everyone bought here is still holding the whole time for Tau. And definitely they will not give up there. Yeah. So direction is toward the upside. We are in a potential triangle ABCDE. Your wave E is a zigzag finished. You move up, and that's why the chart doesn't allow it to move down. Because if you move down here, something will go wrong. Something is wrong. Yeah. If you do this, and that means, of course, it's very bearish, meaning all the buyers here start to sell. All right. If this happens. So basically, the first scenario, as triangle is done, you move up. The second scenario, after of course the move up, the wave A or the wave one, you got 3 waves down. And after this, you got an impulse. And after an impulse, which is continuing the direction of the market in the right way, you got 3 waves down. And it's done. You have to move up. So in any case scenario, however you turn it here, it's kind of impossible to move down unless, again, crash. Those buyers are selling and crashing the market. Okay? This is what's going on in Bitensor. And that's why we move higher. And that's why it depends on the structure on the chart always, guys. It doesn't depend on if Bitcoin moving down or not. KG, what should we expect after 5 waves on virtuals? Virtuals, the 5 waves, you mean micro level? Oh, you mean if we get the 4 5? Yes. If we get the 4 5, this is your 1 2, buddy. Meaning on the daily, let's go daily. Here we go. So meaning on the daily, this is your 1 2. Meaning you finish 3 waves, W X and a Y. Wave 4, you move wave 5, 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Very simple. Okay, so 5 waves up for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 to hit the target. If not, If it's gonna stay under this level, meaning yeah, can be kind of like triangle, but I doubt it because this is a very long time, and based on the structure, it should be done. Okay, based on the structure. Again, if they want to crash the market, those guys here, they sell. But this is not the case yet because we see higher prices. Okay, so yep. Primi Verdi, brother, do you know Grega Horvat? No. Who's that? No, I never heard. Sorry. Um, I'm not sure if it is a YouTuber as well. All right, let's see hype. For hype USD. Okay, so it was on our list to watch for hype. Um, and the things, yeah, the thing are not really as strong as expected. Knowing that if 2 weeks ago we did this, so I think we were somewhere, I think here, and I think the wave B is done. Yeah, because we didn't got an impulse. 1, 2, 3. Well, what is your 4, 5, right? And here is looking kind of like very complex and very, very, of course, confusing there, as you can see. Boom, 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 up, down, up, down. Like the market is very confused. Plus, as a signal invalidation of bullish taken, meaning wave 4 interfered with the zone 1. Therefore, we have no other thing than to take this as potential diagonal wave A, wave B, and you're still looking for the structure as a wave C. Another possibility can be a triangle. Well, yes, can be, but I don't like it as well because a triangle, it might be even for lower. So A, and then A, B, C, D, and an E, triangle, and then you drop down. So in any case scenario, we still corrective here and we move for lower in hype. And that means for hype, we have to remove it from higher performer for this week because last week it was highest performer in this area, but not for this week. Yeah. Tau also not very performers, but to be watched. Yeah. So all of these to be watched. Actually, for Tau and virtuals, right? We saw that, yeah, we might need one more low here for Tau. By the way, we didn't went into the micro. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave C is very, very close to be finished and potentially in ending diagonal. Yes. So to be watched for Tau. Yes. All right. For one more low, guys. Tau. Yeah. Virtuals also. Let me just. Um. Well, it can be. You know what you need to watch here is a different scenario for virtuals that it can be even this an impulse probably in case this is a 1, 2. I know it's hard to see it, but in case this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 extended, what if this is a 1, 2 and you move for higher? What if? Let me check something. Hmm. Yeah, interesting. So, yeah, I like the signal on MACD as well. Very weak momentum for bearish is unfolding, and this might turn into bullish. Plus, the RSI still above and rejecting the midline, so that is a good signal on the daily. MACD and signal line are open, probably for higher and getting above the center, meaning there is a possibility to move for higher. Also, the RSI is still very close and can go higher again above. So the things also, the momentum is, of course, right now open downward, but I think this is going to end up soon. So I see a little bit, yes, 15-minute chart is moving up. So, guys, I see probability here also for virtuals that you might move up. Can be. So, what I'm going to do here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 probability as well. How do we know key level? Okay, confirmation. If this is your 5 ways up and this is your 3 ways down, you simply want to break the high by confirmation for higher. Meaning, if the price goes up here, okay, yes, we might move for higher. Yep, very interesting, right? So virtual to be watched, guys. Virtuals actually might be a performer even. So yeah, we'll see. Can you check JASMY? Yes, it is on our list. Yeah, so I'm gonna try my best to cover it. I'm not sure that we're gonna cover everything today, guys, but I promise tomorrow we're gonna have another live stream just for your special request. No main list, okay? So we're gonna have just special request, what is left, and plus, of course, the new one that we get tomorrow. Okay. Yes, I promise you with that, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. So at 25 1 hour, we have SPX 6,900. Yep. So for SPX, this one is also very interesting. Honestly, guys, it's very interesting. Um, yeah, we finished 5 ways up. Do you know? It reminds me a little bit with Ethereum setup. Yeah, so Ethereum setup where you might have a wave one here. Now, of course, it can be a finished wave five, guys, of course, because you took the high, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're done, you're bearish, right? Now, why I'm not convinced with the bearish yet, and that because, of course, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is not a good leading diagonal. This is a wave three longer than the wave one, but the wave four interfering with zone one, which is totally not good, making it kind of expanding, and it doesn't look like a nice expanding diagonal. But if this is kind of like a WX and a Y, yes, can be like in WX and a wave Y might be opening kind of like a zigzag downward. So what I'm still watching here is a potential wave two. In Confluence as well, well, this wave four is done. We already took it. So what I'm looking for here is this target, the perfection for wave two, which is already hit somehow, but maybe one more low. I believe that it might unfold something for higher, probably. Now, the 0.38 for minimum requirement for wave two already passed. Therefore, the next one to be tested is this one. Invalidation of bullish, of course, not. I mean, this is an old one, but yeah, this is what it might be. Now, if we're looking for a wave four, which it might be deeper, yeah, because based on this 1, 2, and wave 3, 4, and a 5, it can be, but we need first, as you know, discipline and follow rule by rule. We need first to break this scenario. If we break the 1, 2 for a higher wave 5, then I start to think about a wave 4. Meaning 886 0.31 has to be taken first to start thinking for something for lower. Okay, so I'm on this one right now. Yep. Dubai Fitness. Hello, buddy. Nice to see you. Ada, we're gonna do this, of course, tomorrow if we don't have more time as well. Um. All right. So, Ayub, Ayub, you didn't finish the Tau analysis. Yes, I finished it. I think I finished Tau. Okay, so let me finish this first. Do not, of course, also miss this one. So if this happens, target is still the same in case we are looking for a wave 5. So still same blue box. If 886 taken, then we look for deeper correction in a wave 4. The wave 4, of course, has to be 0.23, which I deleted. Yeah, but I deleted because this is in priority right now. All right, that was it for SPX. I didn't finish Tau. Yes, I finished it, buddy. Now I remember that I finish it, and I put it that we are watching it for a diagonal in one more low. That's why it is here to be watched for bullish after one more low. Um. Oh, okay, okay. I have no worries. All right, buddy. MT, thank you. KG, love you, man. I love you too, guys. I love you too, MT. Thank you, buddy. Can you check Jasmy? Yes, we're gonna do Dubai Fitness. Ada, yes, is taken. All right, guys, let's move on. Then with Link at 1 hour 30. And guess what? I need to mute just few seconds. I need to hydrate. All right, we're back. So for Link, um, for Link. Here we go. Yes. So for Link, it is also of course bearish, same as Bitcoin. Maybe following if this makes sense for you. So we still see lower prices, but on the daily, if we go 4 days chart here, what is good in Link is that we have a direction for the market. Okay, direction toward the upside for the market, obviously followed by a correction, three waves. And we're very, very sure that we are in a very complex structure still on the all time history here. Can be the start of something very bullish, yes. Can be like several one twos, well, hard to say, but I think something here for bullish is starting to show up. Okay, especially if it is a triangle, meaning if you are in an A, B, C, D, and an E, it's very close to move for higher. And that means, of course, the wave E has to be a zigzag, right? And a zigzag has to be an impulse, kind of, and correction, and then impulse. Now, if we take a look at this one, now the wave D looks like a perfect impulse, correction, impulse, but this one is a little bit hard. If we move inside it clearly, for much more clear insights here, on the 4 hours chart, well, we can count this as honestly double one two still. Yeah, so you still have kind of a double one two, and then wave three, wave four in triangle, wave five, four, and a five. Now, if this is not the thing that is going on and that is not a triangle unfolding here, and it is something else, which it might be more complicated, I believe then we have to think in a very complex structure. And it might be, of course, here something like a W, X, and a Y unfolding here, but this is very, very complex, I would say, for Link. Definitely, it is a correction. Definitely, we will not take the low. That is for sure. Because this correction is going so far, okay? It's going so far in time, and we are very, very complex here. And I think that is one time that it happens that we might take one more low simply when you finish a micro level, and then we move for higher. And I believe that this might be probably the last low where we might see also something unfolding toward the upside. One more low. Why? Because you finish here a potential wave one should be here, by the way. I'm gonna follow only this scenario. Yeah, diagonal can be even, can be, but I'm not very convinced with diagonal as 1 2 3 4 5. I'm more convinced in 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 and a 5, which is one more low for a wave 5 here. Okay, so of course, if I want to put the label, you can do the label 1 2 3, sorry, 1 2 3 4 and a 5. You can consider this is kind of like ABC, and then you're moving 1 2 3 4 5 for the final wave 5. I'm gonna put the label for you guys just to not get lost. 4 and a 5. Here we go. Might be there. I know that it's not taking the wick. I mention this every time. It's not necessarily to take the wick. Okay, you finish simply an impulse. It might be a truncation here, but still considered, of course, as an impulse. You get here kind of like three ways up. Of course, it can be 1 2, even 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. That will be very annoying, but yeah, can be very likely as well. Okay, can be a possible ABC even as a wave Y. But I'm not gonna take this. Why? Because obviously we're still corrective. obviously we are still corrective, guys. If this is an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4 interfering, and that means, of course, we're diving for lower. I believe one more low, probably inside this blue box, we might start to move or to see something moving for higher. Okay, so also link to be watched, yes, for one more low. Interesting as well. Yeah, so this is regarding link. Let's see Litecoin. We saw this the last week, or the week before it. So let's see Litecoin. All right, I think this should be in the 4 hours, not here. Okay, so for Litecoin on the daily as well. Well, it's the good thing in Litecoin that it is of course upward, but it is corrective. Yeah, so you have kind of like three ways up, but not a wave one. You have simply three ways up as potential. Yeah, as a potential regular flat here. What it can be maybe as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5, but I don't trust the wave 4, which is not reflecting a wave 2. That's why. It looks much more likely as three waves, right? And then A, B, C, D, and an E. And we saw, of course, something moving for higher, I think 2 weeks ago. And here we go. Okay, still performing fine. Um, yeah, so yesterday, that was from yesterday, yes. Um, it looks good. I think it looks good. Let me check here. Okay, you finished. But yeah, this is a three waves down. But if you finish here three waves down, it can be, of course, your W, X, and a Y. Let me check. Or wave E. Oh, okay. Yes, very, very possible. Yeah, what is going on here is very likely. Let me zoom out to understand, let you understand what's going on. So basically, if this is your wave E, guys, with the wick, because obviously we move for higher here. After your wave A, B, C here as a wave E, you probably started a 1, 2 here. So this retracement that you got there, of course, it's not a triangle. It didn't continue in triangle. You have a 1, A, B, C for a wave 2. And that's why you are looking probably for something for higher here in Litecoin. So very, very interesting, meaning this move up here can be considered as wave 1, 2. 1, ABC wave 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very interesting. How we make sure that we continue for higher? Well, you simply take the high. You simply take this high and you might continue for higher. So very, very interesting for Litecoin. And yes, you are very corrective, kind of, well, okay, but it can be also leading diagonal, so be careful. What you need is confirmation for higher here. Okay. But this can be corrective, yes. Also, let's see just some indicators. Well, yes, the daily also looking good. Open toward the upside, bullish cross above the RSI. Weekly, weekly is not really good. Okay, is not looking really good. 4 hours, it is open. Overbought area still fine. Yes, retracement from there from the low. I think you might see higher prices as well. Yes, you might see a little bit higher prices. So maybe it's gonna finish up here. Probably another one too, because anyways, this is an impulse. Don't forget. Wave 5, then moving down 1, 2, and then moving up again. Because you are in 1, 2, wave 3. Wave 3, it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's repetition always. All right, guys. So we'll see. Of course, Litecoin is also interesting. Let's see XRP at 1 hour 39 minutes. Arthur's, hello, buddy. Asking for near. All right. If we don't do it today, we're gonna do it definitely tomorrow in the new live stream, only for special requests. All right. So for XRP, we gonna do, yeah, this. So XRP is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, of course, showing with this wick that we are not in something really moving for higher anymore. I believe that this, I mean, what I mean, not anymore, like something from here, one, two, three, four, five. Okay, I'm gonna explain what it might be. But this week, of course, it went very deep, kind of like showing a potential three-way structure. It can be yes, but we still very very corrective and we still dumping downward. Okay, so it's not from that group that it's probably move really higher. Now what we might have here is an ABC, probably kind of like a diagonal wave A, wave B, and a wave C. But I mean, yeah, it's very very hard with this wick somehow to say. I'm afraid that if this is going to continue for lower, I'm afraid that it has to cover somehow the wick. Hopefully not, but yeah. In the micro level to be watched, if something is going to happen as W, X, and a Y, again, W, X, and a Y. The W should be here. The X is there, and this is your wave Y. Now, your wave Y is very ugly. I don't know how you're going to consider it with the wick. Let's say there is no wick, and let's say this is like one, two, three, four, five, A, B, and a C. The wave C has to be one, two, three, four, and a 5, meaning one more low can unfold a wave Y. Well, can be, but don't forget it can be wave 3, it can be following wave 4, and a 5 later on. Okay. So this is what it might be the situation that in case, of course, only that this is a leading diagonal wave one, two, three. Yeah, so that means if you get one, two, three, that's not good, guys. Yeah, so if we get the one, the two, the three, four, and a five, that's not good, meaning it's a one, two, and then we drop down to take the wick, which it is very bearish, of course, unless we take the W, X, and a Y, and then we move for higher. Probably we're gonna watch what's gonna happen, but it can be one more low to be watched. Yeah, so let's watch also XRP. Yeah, XRP for one more low. Now, the this one, this guy here is very interesting. The Monero one. I know that we never, I think just in live stream, but I never made videos for it. But I'm starting to be very interested with it. I know that this coin also is very. It has like a good project behind it, which is of course privacy of crypto market. Actually, honestly, it is the most coin that it represents crypto for me. Regarding the privacy and regarding, of course, the decentralization. So it is the most accurate coin, I would say, that is still working on this direction. What is very interesting that everything is dropping down, even when we got the wake, but this one is still moving for higher in a bullish scenario. This is one of the coin that it stay very stable. It has some stability, even when the things has dropped. It didn't drop really massively like the others was a huge wicks. It made a very normal ABC zigzag, and it start to move for higher again. Monero possibilities are 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Leading diagonals, this is a minimum target. We're looking for 0.618, 0.786, which is a most common target for a wave 5, 612. We are at 360, which is the double here, and it might move higher. So this is the minimum possible scenario. The maximum possible scenario is 1, 2, 1, 2 again, and you move massively with the wave 3. Of course, only if we break the 1917. This is your signal that you're moving to a 1.618. We're talking about thousands. So this guy here is really to be watched. Plus, it's not just Elliott wave, but a confirmation of indicators. On the 2 weeks chart, or even if you want on the monthly. Let's go to the monthly, which is very interesting. On the monthly, yes, it's true that you are in the overbought area, but I think that this where you want to be when you want to hit this. Second thing, signal line and the MACD line are still very, very open toward the upside above the center line. Plus, momentum is increasing since 2 months. That is very interesting. Weekly, you're back from the overbought area in 3 ways. Elliott wave combination with RSI. 3 ways. You hit the middle line, you start to move impulsively in a wave 1, 2, and you're looking for 3, 4, 5 toward the upside. RSI line still grinding toward the upside without reaching yet the overbought area again. Plus, bullish cross on the weekly for the MACD, very, very bullish and building a momentum toward the upside. On the daily, of course, on the daily, it shows here some bearish, of course, with the divergence bearish. But we got the bearish, and this is exactly when it was the bearish signal of all the crypto market. But what happened after it? A fast recover in a leading diagonal 1, 2, and currently we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, grinding again towards the upside. So very, very interesting. Also on the daily, the MACD line is above the center, is grinding slowly and slowly. MACD line and of course the signal line are still open, and you're building higher momentum than before. So this is lower than this part, meaning it start to build up a momentum here. Very interesting coin, and of course the project is a very interesting one as well. I'm honestly I'm out of the crypto market, as I told you, but it's a very interesting one for spot holders. Yeah, if you're thinking about spot holding, that is the right one, I would say. No financial advice again. Monero is McAfee's project, right? I'm not sure. I didn't dive to that far, but I believe it's a very, very good project, very good one. Because we need what the crypto market is made for. Yeah, this is the thing, which is a DeFi, right? Without it, we don't see anything. Yeah, we don't see anything from crypto market special. Yeah, rather than just being the same like stocks, right? All right, guys. So I'm gonna cover, guys, some of the special requests. We're gonna keep, of course, the others for tomorrow, and of course, because we cannot really cover all of it. Sorry for the noise, guys. It's a crazy city here. Yeah. So let's see CRV. And I think you got already an idea about the market right now. Yeah. So we're gonna make the conclusion, of course. We're gonna make the conclusion at the end, but it's very obvious. Yeah, very obvious what we have now. CRV, one of the coins that I don't like it, okay, anymore. So CRV.ICP, right? Those three coins, I have allergy against it. Sorry, guys, to say. I know many of you likes it, maybe, but you always have to look at the all-time history. Lately, with this drop, you took a new low that never been tested even since the launch of this coin. So why are you interested? I don't know. Plus, even if we see a move up or something like this, I don't know what you're expecting because you already got a 5 ways down. Direction of the market is downward. So what do you see interesting with this coin? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be honest. I don't have any problem against CRV or whatever behind it. I don't know what is it anyway. But this chart, I have allergy against it. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot look at it. Even when I was trying to be bullish here, in a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look what you get. You get a new low ever. Um, might it might rebound and move for higher? Yes, yes, of course it might do. But when, nobody knows. It might be close, yeah, but it might fill again the wick here, and before it move three ways up to move down again later on. So that's why I'm not interested even with this rebound, and I'm not gonna have to waste my capital and money just for this, honestly. Yep. GOC, hi from Berlin. Hello, back from Berlin. You're very welcome, my neighbor. Um, yeah, so I don't like it, guys. This is one of it. So CRV dot and ICP, those charts have the same concept. Okay, so be careful from that. All right, so that it for CRV. 1 hour 50 minute near USD. So for near, okay, that's a fine. It's a fine chart. It's okay, yeah, because okay, it is three ways, but at least towards the upside, not like CRV towards the downside starting. Okay, it's very important. So three ways up, meaning after three ways down, you move up again. At least you know the direction of the market for the third wave, right? So three ways up, three ways down, right? Or whatever this it is. It can be, of course, an impulse, but I doubt it. I think this is a WXNY or ABC. Three ways down, and you're looking here potentially for five ways up in a very big, large 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, probably $35. Or you are in a W, three waves, X, three waves, Y, three waves. 1 to 1 flip level, $15. Currently, near is pumping, right? So we saw this pump from yesterday, and especially, of course, here after finishing a potential wave C, right? Because A, B, and a wave C can be already, or W, X, and Y actually, because this is horrible here, three waves, and you move towards the upside, okay? So W, I would say, and X, oh, even here you cannot have WX and Y inside it. Very horrible price. But let's say this is three waves. Oh, okay. Yes, we have to consider it like this, guys. A, B, and this is your wave C as finished impulse. Okay, so A, B, and a C. And then you have here potentially, of course, a wave one. So W, X, and a Y. Here we go. Three ways by three ways. So let's change this. W, X, and Y. There you go. Okay. And this is how we have to read it in case that we have an A, B, and a C very fast. Now, would this sustain? Well, yes, obviously it's gonna do this. And obviously you're gonna move here in diagonal. Okay. For higher. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. The way 5 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside. Okay. I didn't know you're based in Berlin. Yes, I am. Cool, buddy. Good to know that you're from here too. Yeah, so here we go. That's for near, guys. Let's see this one. This one, ZEC, well, it is recommended by many guys from Discord. The members always ask me for it, but it's interesting. I also updated, I think, on Instagram or on X. Don't forget to follow, guys. Don't forget, go to follow right now, because I'm planning every day to make an update for something interesting that we don't do it in videos. Yeah, something interesting like potential opportunity or something like this is gonna be on X and Instagram. For ZEC or ZEC, this is very interesting. Yeah. So yeah, I remember. Of course, I did it on Instagram. So this one is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I still believe that yes, you might get a wave 4 and a 5 towards the upside. Wave 1 can still be finished there. But I still need a wave 4 reaction. I still need to see this reaction. And especially that you pass the 2.618, you gotta be careful, of course, because 2.618 and above it for a wave 3, that means, of course, a very sharp wave 4. Okay, meaning 0.38 and even sometimes 0.5. So you gotta be careful, right? Might be very sharp zigzag, and then moving up for a wave 5. Um, yeah, just took the long when Zach hit the 4 hour, 50 hour EMA. Nice. I don't trade EMAs, but I use them just for trend, to define trend. Here we go. I use the 100 and the 200. I use them to define the trend. Okay, if up or down. That's what I look at. But maybe you're very used to use it for trading, so it might be, yes, it might be something good for it. Yeah. And if you mean somewhere there that you took your trade, that is a very good entry. Good one, buddy. All right. So let's see JASMY and 1 hour 56. Okay. So JASMY, here you go. So what do we have here for JASMY is interesting as well. After, of course, a finished, looks like an ABC finished down. And we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside. Okay, interesting. To be watched here. Actually, you didn't finish the wave 3 yet. You still have a 1, even double 1, 2. Wow. Okay, interesting. No, I think you have to consider it as a leading diagonal. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. For a wave 3, and then 4 and a 5. So I would say, here we go. Target for a wave 5 over 1. All right. I think we need this. Yeah. And even when you finish this, this might be your wave 3, 4, and a 5. And guess what? When this happens, you might, of course, not as this invalidation is done anyway, you might get, yeah, even this one is done. Guys, it might be the bottom here for Jasmine. That's interesting. Yeah, that might be the bottom for Jasmine. That's a good one. But be careful, please. Be careful, of course, from this scenario. Yeah, in case the things rebounds downward, be careful from a scenario of big diagonal, which is already there, as you can see the lines. Can it be the wave 3? Yes, very likely it can be 1, 1, 2, and wave 3, and 4, and a 5. But anyway, the wave 4 has to move up, so it's good. It's a good one. KG, thank you sincerely. You have the clearest and easiest to understand Elliott wave analysis. It's such a great help. Wish you all the blessing in the world. Thank you, Nuna. You're very welcome, and thank you for your kind words. This is the idea, to make Elliott wave easier to understand. Yes, it is one of the motivation that it made me do the channel, guys, because of course I watch many channels doing Elliott Wave, but no one really make it so much educative and easy to understand. Some of them make it more complicated. I don't know why, but they are good as well. I'm not saying not, but complexity sometimes is making it like hating it. Yeah, like if you make it so much complex, the viewer will simply hate it, right? No one will get into it because it's already kind of like based on mathematics with Fibonacci levels, for example, or based on some logics, which needs some thinking, and especially when you have to connect the scenarios together, which no one do it, by the way. Only on this channel we do it. But this is the thing. Yeah, so I mean, to make it easier, I mean, that's why also Elliott Wave doesn't have so much. I would say, I say it honestly, it doesn't have so much followers, guys. I mean, except you, of course, and some, but it has a very low amount of followers, or I would say fan for Elliott Wave, because no one makes it easier, and it should be. I mean, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it should be made easier, right? So this is the idea. Of course, I can enter in a lot of details like many other do W, X, and Y, and of course, the X didn't took the fib level, the right for fib level, but why? Why entering in complexity right now where it is not really needed? Um, yeah, so this is the thing, guys. All right, guys, I think we are 2 hours already. Woo! Okay, so I think it's time to end the stream. We're gonna do special live stream tomorrow, directly, of course, for your special requests. Of course, I apologize, guys, for being very tired right now after 2 hours. Of course, Elliott Wave is so beautiful, but you get smoke after 2 hours analyzing. So yeah, this is a thing. Thank you for being here, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and of course subscribe for the channel if you are new. And of course, don't forget as well to follow on X and Instagram for more updates every day. See you in the next one. I wish you to have a nice eve and a nice weekend. Bye bye.